There's a voice that lives inside your mind, subtle, constant, and convincing. It whispers when you wake up, when you make mistakes, when you stand in front of a mirror. Sometimes it's kind, but more often it's cruel. It says things you'd never say to someone you love. And because it's your own voice, you believe it. Aaron Beck spent his life teaching us that we don't have to. He noticed something remarkable while working with people in deep emotional pain. It wasn't always life itself that crushed them, but how they interpreted it. A rejection became proof of being unlovable. A small failure became a prophecy of worthlessness. Beck saw these thoughts not as truths, but as distortions, mental habits that quietly shaped emotion and behavior. He called his approach cognitive therapy, a way of identifying and restructuring these maladaptive thoughts before they solidify into suffering. Imagine a day where things go wrong. You miss a deadline, you snap at someone you care about. By evening, the inner critic begins its chant. I'm useless. I ruin everything. That voice feels absolute. But Beck would invite you to pause. He'd ask, where's the evidence for that thought? Is it fact or feeling? Because when you challenge the thought, you loosen the emotion that clings to it. You begin to separate what happened from what your mind decided it meant. So many of us live ruled by interpretations written long ago. Maybe you grew up believing mistakes meant shame, or that love had to be earned, or that your worth depended on constant achievement. Beck believed these thoughts form cognitive patterns, scripts that run quietly in the background, shaping every reaction, every relationship. And when those scripts go unchallenged, they become invisible prisons. But Beck didn't offer empty optimism. He offered tools. He taught patients to write their thoughts down, to track emotions like detectives following clues, to ask, what am I telling myself right now? Then gently, logically, compassionately, test it. Cognitive therapy wasn't about replacing pain with fake positivity. It was about replacing distortion with truth. Because when you question a thought, you create space for choice. And where there's choice, there's power. He would remind us that thoughts drive feelings, and feelings drive actions. Change the thought, and you change the chain. It doesn't happen overnight, it's a daily practice. You'll catch yourself spiraling, pause, breathe, and reframe. You'll learn to speak to yourself with the same patience you give others. And slowly, the voice that once tore you down becomes the voice that holds you up. Aaron Beck believed the human mind isn't broken, it's just misled. And with awareness, we can guide it home. You can still feel sadness without surrendering to it. You can still fail without defining yourself by it. Cognitive therapy is not the absence of pain. It's the discovery that pain doesn't have to decide your story. So the next time your mind says, I can't, hear Beck's quiet question echo back. Is that true or just a thought? That's where healing begins, in the space between the voice and the truth beneath it. Because once you start rewriting those thoughts, you begin rewriting your life. That was Aaron Beck's greatest revelation. You are not at the mercy of your mind. You are its author.